You know that movie Friday, the first one, the very first one, Day Day and Craig and them. The girl that was in the car, she had them long braids and she had them long nails, biting on her nails. And he thought, my mama's, and he, she like, you know I love your mama. Anyway, that's just something I was just thinking about. Okay, so let's talk about understanding the necessity of change. Today is week 3. I mean, week 4 of day 3. That's what I meant to say. Week 4 of day 3. So we're going to talk about understanding the necessity of change, especially when dealing with a narcissistic relationship. Involves recognizing the impact of the situation on your well-being and the potential benefit of making changes. Here are some first of all, I want to say this. Some people, not even some, a lot of people are afraid of change. You don't know what is going to happen when you make certain decisions. You are afraid of the unknown. You're not sure what could happen. You're not sure if you can do certain things or if you're able to make it on your own. But I got some information for you. I got news for you. You can do it on your own. Oh, yeah. Here's an example of how you know you can do it on your own. If you are the breadwinner of the relationship, you're the one in your relationship and you're paying all the bills and that person's just there. Well, guess what? They just in the way. You're already doing it on your own. Or let's say you decide that you have done this before you got in a relationship with this person. You was doing it by yourself. You made things happen for yourself. Guess what? You can do it on your own again. Or let's say this is the first relationship you ever had and you never been with anybody else and this person is the breadwinner. They taking care of everything. Well, are you healthy? Are you able to go and get a job and make money? What about your credit? There's ways around your credit. I want to talk about that for a second. There's second chances, especially when it comes to people who are in an abusive relationship. There are resources that can help you get a place. There's so much help out there, so don't think that you can't get the help. I'm going to give you some numbers that you can call that can help you with resources with clothes, food, shelter. All right, and even help you find a job if you don't have one, so you can make it on your own. It's all in your mind. When you get your mind right, everything in your life goes right, okay? You got to get that mind right. Once you can get that mind together, then everything else will fall in place, all right? So let's talk about the necessary and the necessity of change. And why is change necessary? So here's a cohesive guide to help you understand why change is necessary and how to embrace it. You want to embrace change. Change is your friend. In this situation that you're in, change is your friend. Let's say it together. Change is your friend. Change is your friend, okay? So you're going to say it to yourself when you wake up in the morning. Change is my friend. Change is my friend. Change is necessary. Why is change necessary? Okay, recognizing the impact of narcissistic relationship, emotional and mental health. Let's talk about it. Stress. That's what I specialize in. Stress management. All right? Stress management. That's what I specialize in. Anxiety. Stress and anxiety, consistent manipulation and emotional abuse can lead to chronic stress and anxiety. Chronic stress means ongoing, it never stops, all right? Depression, feeling undervalued, belittled, and emotionally drained can contribute to depression. Self-esteem. Narcissistic abuse often undermine your self-worth and your confidence. Let's talk about physical health. You stand in that relationship. Let's see what happens if you continue to stay there and deal with this narcissistic person. What kind of detrimental can it have on your health? Let's see. So, health problems or chronic stress. Okay, so chronic stress can manifest in physical symptoms like headaches. Told you, I have that. Digestive system. That's a problem when you start having stomach pain. You can end up getting an ulcer or develop stomach cancer. All right. Also, sleep deprivation. That means you have insomnia. You can't sleep at night. I want to take it back to the digestive system. First off, every person is born with cancer cells in our body. They lay dormant, okay? But they don't just come alive just because. Stress can trigger cancer cells to come alive. So you got to get that under control. You don't want to die for this person. Person ain't worth it. Don't let them kill you. Don't let them physically, mentally, emotionally kill you. Don't. All right? Don't let them financially kill you. None of that. All right? So, energy level. Let's talk about that. Constantly dealing with a narcissist's demands and criticism can lead to feeling exhausted and drained. That means you're always looking tired. People are like, man, she looks drained every time she comes to work, if you're working, or wherever anytime they see you, you just don't look, you don't have that glow. You don't have the glow, Like me, I got the glow. Like, I got that glow. I got that glow. I got that glow. If you ever seen, I like movies. I'm gonna tell you that now. I'm a movie buff. I love movies, and I relate a lot to movies. So that was The Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy. Yeah, that's what that was anyway. But you don't have the glow, and when you don't have it, people notice when that glow is not there. They also know when it is there, right? You shine bright like a diamond when it's there. So let's talk about social and interpersonal relationship. Isolation. Narcissists often isolate their victims from friends and family, reducing their support network. That's why it is important to get a support team, because your support team is going to protect you. And they know it. But if they can get you to yourself without your support team, then you don't have no protection, and your protection is vulnerable. It's like a sheep. It's like sheep and the shepherd. They need the shepherd because the shepherd protects them. Then you got the sheepdog who fights for them too. So that's why it's important to have a support team. You are the sheep, and you need a shepherd, and you need sheepdogs. Okay? So keep your friends around. Keep people around that love you and support you and that want to see you prosper, and that means they best, put it like this, they keep your best interests at heart. They want to see you succeed. So conflict, let's talk about that. The strain of the relationship can spill over into other areas of your life, causing conflict with others. I had that happen with me and my mother. Because I was so drained with my ex-husband, I started arguing with my mom because she didn't like him, and she gonna tell me things. You need to divorce him. And I was like, who are you to tell me to divorce someone? You ain't been married in 30 years. Don't go there with me. I remember saying that to her. Like, you don't even know. Yeah, I said some things, and I shouldn't have said some things, but I said some things. And that was because I was like, I didn't want to feel defeated, and I'm already getting beat down by this dude, and I'm allowing that to happen, and then all of a sudden here's my mother, and she trying to tell me what to do, and I didn't want no one telling me what to do. Like, come on. I got one person trying to control my life. Now you want to too? Yeah, I was having some conflicts, all right? But as time went on, I did have a real full conversation with her about what I was going through and why I was so defensive during those times. And she explained to me her side of how she felt, and we got over it, and we patched up some things and said some things and all that other stuff. I mean, we on good terms, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so understanding the necessity of change, we're going to talk about self-preservation. We're going to talk about the mental health, because this is very serious, you guys. So, you want to protect and improve your mental health, you need to remove or distance yourself from toxic influences. Anyone who is toxic in your life, you got to get rid of them. You got to get away from them. You got to distance yourself. I don't care who they are. If they're toxic to you, they're not helping. They're hurting you. And you got to get away from that. Your physical health is very important. So what you want to do is start reducing stress and anxiety, because it can lead to a better physical health and increase your energy. When you are not stressed, you have more energy. You might say to yourself right now, like, I'm so hyper. Yeah, because I am not stressed out. I can truly say that I'm happy. I am. And people know it. I've had people say, man, matter of fact, when I got married to my ex-husband, one of the ladies who was at my wedding, she said, because she used to work with me, she was a co-worker of mine, and we used to talk all the time about things, and she knew what I was going through with my ex-husband, and I also showed her the video of what happened to me. Yeah, I showed people that video because I wanted to hold myself accountable, and I wanted other people to hold me accountable too. That was going to help me to actually get the strength that I needed to get rid of him. So when she was at my wedding, she said, oh my goodness, she said, you are in love. I said, what do you mean? She said, you're glowing. It's all over you. I can see it. She said, you are truly happy. I see it. I said, yeah, I am. I'm gonna marry my best friend. Like, I wish I would have married him at first. And she's like, oh my goodness, and it's true. When you're happy, you have more energy and you can do more. So also personal growth. You want rediscovering yourself is very important, okay? So change allows you to reconnect with your true self, rediscover your passions, and rebuild your self-esteem. Developing resilience. Overcoming adversity can make you stronger and more resilient. So here's a band. I made this band, not the yellow one, the teal. I made this one here. And what it says imaging coaching on one side. And the other side, it says, I am resilient. So I wear this because whenever I feel like I start thinking backwards and start reminiscing on some things, or if I get triggered, I look at my arm and I look at the wristband and I tell myself, you are an overcomer. You're resilient. You bounce back. Don't worry about that. Look at you now. So I have been giving these bands out to a lot of people just for free. And when you finish this course, if you are in the first 200 to finish this course, you get a free band as well. And look, I'm nice. So even if you are 202, if you reach out to me and say, hey, can I get a band? I will send you one. I will need to know where to mail it to, but I would definitely send you one. Now, let me show you how they look. Give me a second. So I'm not just making it up. I have a lot of them. So as you can see, I have a lot of bands. I got a lot of bands. I got bands. Well, anyway, so I got plenty of bands. All right, these bands here. It says, I am resilient. See? There's imaging coaching, and it says, I am resilient. And I give them out to a lot of people. See? You wear it on your hand, your wrist. And that's the imaging coaching, and it says, I am resilient. resilient. See, I want to show it to you. Yeah. So you get to get one of these, and I will send it to you. Just wanted you to know that I was just making it up. I have plenty of them. Well, actually, I don't have as much as I had at first. I've been giving them out, but I can reorder some more and have more made and send them out. I definitely have less than 100, but the first 200 people get them, and I'm going to order some more. And I can do different colors, but as of right now, they're all in teal. So, just wanted you to know I'm giving those away. Okay, let's continue. Where was I? So we was talking about resilience. Okay, so improving relationships. I talk about that. Why change is necessary. It helps you to improve your relationship. Healthy connection by setting boundaries or leaving the toxic relationship that you're in. You create space for healthier, more supportive relationships. You cannot get a healthy relationship with unhealthy people in your life. So if you got toxicity in your life and you're looking for a healthy relationship, they don't mix. You're either going to get one or the other. So let go of the toxic to get healthy. All right? You got to make room. Support system. Connecting, you're going to reconnect. It will help you to reconnect. That's what good changing is for. It help you reconnect with friends and family who can provide emotional support and encouragement. Now let's talk about embracing change. This is why it's important to embrace change. Change is your friend. Remember, change is your friend. So embrace it. Embracing change. Acknowledge the need for change. Acknowledge it. I need it. I need it. You know, like I need it like I need food. I need it like I need water. I needed that. Change is necessary. All right. Acknowledge the need for change. You want to have self-reflection. Take time to reflect on how the relationship has affected you. Be honest with yourself about the impact. Be honest. Don't rationalize. Do not be in denial. You want acceptance. Accept that change is necessary for your well-being and your personal growth. All right? Seek support, professional help. Consider therapy to help process your emotions. You're going to have them. I remember when I realized that my marriage was over, when I really realized it was over with. I was on the plane, I was working. Every time I thought about the relationship, the marriage, and how it was like, you know, I started crying. Tears just start rolling down my eyes. I'm on the plane, I'm working. And I'm like, can't stop crying. I'm trying to dry my face, and I'm like, oh man, this is just sucks. I can't believe another failed marriage. I can't believe I allowed this man to do me like this. I can't believe it. And I realized that, you know, it was a process. I was all over the place. My emotions was just there. And at first I was trying to be like hard about it. Like, I'm glad this is over with. It needs to be over with. But I thought I heard the voice of God tell me, let it out. You want to heal? Let it out. Release it. There's a time to mourn, and this is that time. So mourn the marriage. It's over. Cry. You will feel better. And I did. Now, did I cry right there on the plane? No. I went into the bathroom, locked myself in there. And because of the engine was so loud, no one could really hear that I was just boo-hooing. But I was in the back, and I was just crying. So let it out. If you gotta cry, cry, okay? But like I said, consider therapy to process your emotions and develop a coping strategy. You want that. You want a support group, so join a support group where you can share your experiences. That's why you have that group forum, the discussion forum, being in the group. Share, all right? Be kind to one another. Do not judge each other because we all in the same boat. We are human. Nobody's perfect and no one is better than the next. Everybody's process is different. Some people are fast with their change and some people are slow with their change. But eventually they will change if they keep trying to change, all right? So you want to gain insight from one another who has been through the same situation that you have been through. So be each other's support system. And also, change is to help you develop a plan. Okay, so set boundaries. Decide on specific boundaries you need to establish with the narcissist to protect yourself. Safety plan. You need a safety plan. This is crucial. Do not sit there and tell yourself, well, he's not going to do anything. He's not going to hurt me. I don't have to worry about him. He's not going to do anything to me. No. When people are desperate, they do some dangerous things, okay? Even to themselves, they mind just goes somewhere and they become a whole nother person. It's like a demon takes over. So definitely develop a safety plan. If you are planning to leave the relationship, develop a safety plan. Ensure you have financial resources, a place to stay, and access to support services. You need to have all the numbers I'm going to give you. You got to be able to have authority, 911, whatever, on speed dial, all that stuff. And have your camera ready, your audio ready to record every documentation you need to. You definitely got to be prepared. And you also got to think of where can you go that is far, far away from where the narcissist cannot find you. And you hide out for a good amount of time. Maybe even start your life over if you need to. You got to do what you got to do. All right? So take small steps. Oh, and turn off your location on your phone. I'm going to tell you that now. Because they can track your location, especially if they're a snooper. They might have, you might need to get another phone. I will tell you that. If you got money and you got a job, throw that phone away and get you another phone. Because I'm pretty sure they put a tracking device somewhere, some kind of app or something that's invisible, the way they can see everything you do. So ditch the phone, get a new one, all right? Even get a new email address. When you change your phone, and if you have Google, especially if you have Android or something like that, change your email address. Create a whole new email address, all right? Start fresh. Don't use that same old email that you've been using because they can find you like that too. It's time to switch up and become brand new, all right? Everything is brand new to you if you're choosing to leave the relationship. Brand new. And it's good to have more than one phone if you are going to use a phone to talk to a narcissist because you have to share custody. Get you another phone. You got two phones. One that's personal and one that the narcissist can only call you on. And every time they call, you are recording the conversation. I got some apps that you can download on that phone that every time they call, everything they say and do will be documented, and it's also legal binding in the court. So that means that you can do it without having to worry about them saying, oh, she illegally recorded. No, that particular, it's two of them. Those particular apps are actually perfect for that situation. We're going to talk about that later on as well in the course. So take small steps. Here are some steps that you can do. You want to gradually change. Start by small changes. Don't make subtle moves, all right? So you want to make small changes like limiting interaction and or practicing self-care. You definitely got to practice self-care and gradually changes over time. Very subtle, and gradual change can make progress. And letting you know if you do something very subtle, like it's going to be overwhelming, it will be difficult. So that's why you want to take your time and do gradual changes, okay? Very, very subtle. So, and you want to celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate small victories along the way. Each step moving forward, you want to celebrate. You want to focus on self care, and physical health is very important. Engage in activities to promote physical well being, such as exercise, eating healthy. You got to eat healthy. You need adequate sleep, okay? You definitely got to get some sleep. And your mental health is just equally as important as your physical health. They go hand in hand. So practice mindfulness, meditation, and journal. You want to be journaling to keep all the things that's inside of you. You want to release it out of you. You want to get it out, all right? So you want to manage your stress by making sure that you are limiting yourself from enduring so much stress. All right? So you want to process your emotions. That's why journaling is very important, because it helps you to process your emotions. Let's talk about rebuilding your life. So to rebuild your life, you want to reconnect with hobbies, interests, anything that interests you, activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. You also want to set goals. We're going to talk about all that throughout the next few weeks. We got some things to do to help you to rebuild your life, as well after you leave the narcissist, how to rebuild your life. I'm going to teach you all about that. And we're going to talk about goal setting as well. So you're going to focus on building a life that reflects on your values and your aspirations. So if you don't know what you really want to do with yourself, let's say you are stuck and you're not sure what you're good at, capable of, or what you actually want to do, I also have another course called Live on Purpose. That course is to help you discover who you are and what you was put on this earth to do from the beginning. So that way you would know what you are actually supposed to be doing in this world. That's also on the website. So go to the same place you went to get this course. It's right next to that. It's called Live on Purpose. All right. So anyways, understanding the necessity of change involves recognizing the impact of the narcissistic relationship on your well-being and the potential for personal growth and improvement through change. You definitely need to embrace change. Remember, change is your friend. So embrace the journey towards a healthier, more fulfilling life by acknowledging the need for change, seeking support, developing a plan, and taking gradual steps, not subtle, not all of a sudden you just do something. No, gradual steps, very little bitty steps here at a time to rebuild your life. Remember, change is possible, and it can help you by you seeking help from others outside of your situation, all right? So support is always there. Don't think they're not. Don't act like it isn't. It's there, all right? You just got to go out and look for it, all right? Next week is week 5, and we'll be talking about planning for the separation. I'm going to talk to you about how to talk to the people that you trust, how to identify the people you trust. You have to know who to talk to. Now, I remember saying I was going to say something about why it is crucial not to talk to anyone about you taking this course until week 5. The reason why I say that is because everyone don't understand your situation because they haven't been in your shoes. Only people who have been in your shoes or know others who have been in your shoes and they have self-compassion, or they compassionate and they care about you, they will understand. Those are the ones you're going to seek out. For the others, you might have somebody in your life that you might go, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you go and you see someone and you say, your best friend or someone that you close to, and you think that they should have your best interest in mind. And they say, well, you say, I'm taking this course, it's called Breaking the Spells to help me to lead the narcissist. And they're going to be like, what? You got to take a class on that? Oh, that's stupid. Right there, they just discouraged you from taking the class, and you just got started. And then every day that you come to do the class, your mind is on, maybe I don't need this class. Maybe I don't need this class. Oh, I'm wasting my time. And you don't have all the information that you actually need that can help get you where you are trying to go. That's why it's crucial to not tell anybody the first 5 weeks. When you get into week 5, you already know enough to understand that you actually need this class, because now you know something you didn't know. You understand about the gray rock method. You know how to implement it. You also understand about change and why it's necessary. You also understand that narcissists have tactics that you know that it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, and they trying to control you. You also know how they doing it with the gaslighting. You know about love bombing. We're going to talk about hoovering in a little bit, probably the week 5 or 6 or something like that. We're going to talk about hoovering. Hoovering is when they just ditch you, and all of a sudden they try to come back, and they try a way to suck you back into their life after you have left. After you had left them, or after they had left you. Mainly after you had left them, they try to suck you back in. We're going to talk about hoovering. But anyway, see, these are things that you need to know to protect you, so that way you will stay out of the narcissistic relationship. Also, with this class, I have a bonus week, which is week 13. I originally made this course for 12 weeks, but I figured that what happens when you get out of the relationship and you're ready for a new relationship, how to avoid getting into this relationship again. Because I have noticed people with patterns, even myself, when you end up reconnecting with the same spirit, different body. And what that means is that you get the same person that you have had before, but it's just a different body that is in. So you got same old behaviors, same attitude. They act in the same way your ex used to, but it's just totally different body that is in. That's what you're up against. You're not up against the actual person. You're actually up against the spirit that's in that person. So I'm teaching you how to not get back in that spirit, or have that spirit intertwine and suck you back in, which is the hoovering. So anyways, I hope this helps. Week 5, we'll talk about that. Before we get into week 5, make sure you have done everything you need to do with the assignments that I have given you for week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Week 5 is a crucial week. It's very crucial. You cannot go on until you have done all the activities, because you're going to need it for your mental health. You're going to need it for the clarity, basically. You're going to need it for clarity. That's what you're really going to need it for. It's going to help you to clear everything out and see things exactly the way they are. None of this denial, none of this being rationalizing and making up things that ain't true just to make yourself feel better about how the narcissist is treating you, so you can stay and stick around in that mess. So this is very important, and I really want to help you guys. I am so adamant about helping. If I could just help one person, then I've done my job. I did exactly what I created this whole program for. Just one of you. If one of you just do exactly what is said on in this program step by step, that is awesome. I'm also creating this course into a book. This book will be published pretty much probably by tomorrow, I'll probably say, because I already did the work for it and everything. And you can get it on Amazon and all that good stuff. But you do Kindle, and right now you got the no, you don't have the PDF copy of this book. You have the PDF copy of this book, which is Breaking the Spell, the Ultimate Escape Plan from Narcissistic Entanglements. I talk about my life in this book, about what happened and how I got into relationships. I also talk more in depth about narcissists, and I give more information about what I'm telling you now about narcissists. I give the steps of how to get out of them just as well, but mainly I talk about different levels of narcissistic people, because there's levels. I also talk about narcissistic parenting, people who have narcissistic children, as well as case studies of other people who have overcome narcissists, and even narcissists who have overcome their own narcissistic personalities. And I talk about working with narcissistic bosses and co-workers. So this book is more in detail about that. And then of course you have the PDF copy of Here 365 Days of Mindfulness, your daily affirmation guide, but you don't have the book for the course that you're actually in right now. If you want that book, you can go on Amazon. It's called Breaking the Spell, the Ultimate Escape Plan from Narcissistic Relationship. The only word that changes is the entanglement. It changes to relationship. And it also says 13-week course. So that way you know that you got the right one. Anyways, thank you, and I hope this helped.